it right
entertaining
now.
them.
Yeah. Yeah.
But we can't forget about Pro Chara's very handy teammates. Like I think Arashi's here.
Yeah, Arashi's here.
Arashi, the sword master himself.
Yeah.
Oh, I hate. I'm sorry. I hate Wiper. I hate Wiper.
It's Stamper that makes me leave
Bo-
my body.
both of them. Both of them. I
How
hate
does
both.
it have that ink efficiency? It should not. It, like, I understand you can't nerf its strafe speed because then it takes away its identity as a weapon.
Yeah.
I understand that the kit is good for it. I understand that it has a beautiful 70-30 burst bomb main weapon combo.
Oh.
But that being said, yeah, I don't think it should be that ink efficient. It makes me want to get out of my chair.
Oh God! And then so now we have the point is
Nightbreak.
being Nightbreak, and actually, I don't know them personally, but I know their existence. This is actually a bunch of players that are at the University of Texas.
Oh.
You see the Longhorn City? Like, yeah, these are University of Texas players at a LAN, and it is so good to see. There are some university teams here, people. And it's so good to see that some people actually had their trips paid for them by universities so they can come and play.
That's so cool.
It's so cool to see.
So they played in CCA this year. It's like a combination of both of the University of Texas. They have two teams, so it's a combination of the two of them.
I see.
And they both did very, very well in CCA this year. So that's exciting.
It is very exciting.
Imagine like getting up on stage for your first streamed LAN set and Prochara's right behind you.
That that is a very, very scary sight to see, honestly. And we don't really got to just Last Resort, do we? Like, you want to know some achievements for them? I mean, they got what, third place in the NA tournament? What was it? Or was it fourth?
I
think
don't
it was
know.
fourth. One of the NA tournaments, one of the NA North American tournaments that we have, and they are pretty much in the top spot of any like tournament that they enter, or near the top cut, basically.
Yeah, Last Resort is one of the teams from this wave that you are expecting to make top cut.
Yeah, of course, just straight up top 16, like immediately.
Yeah. Like there's like if they make redemption, like which is so top 8 from each. So the top 2 teams from each of, if I remember correctly, from each of the pools will be going into top 8 right off the bat, and then for redemption, the top 2 teams from the redemption bracket also make it into top 16.
Right.
So
Yeah.
Last Resort is one of the teams where you'll be surprised if they end up in redemption.
Yeah, they most definitely would not be in a redemption. They're way too good for that as well. We also got to talk about some other players. Like, I think Slacker, from what I heard, word of rumor, don't rely on information, but what I will say is that I think Slacker is their coach. Last Resort does not have their full roster. Their full roster will be like either like Mecca. Like Mecca is not here, unfortunately. So now they have their coach Slacker in for them. So this isn't a complete Last Resort team, but still strong nevertheless, of course. Got to talk about Storm Hero. I've seen Storm Hero is like usually like a Slayer player, but I think he's been playing Ballpoint recently.
I think so.
Yeah.
That sounds familiar.
Yeah, because like Ballpoint has a really good spot in the meta with that inkjet and that range to just deal with what the meta throws at it,
Who was it? I think it was Kyo that tweeted the other day, if you think inkjet isn't good, you haven't played anyone that's good.
No, inkjet has grown to be super annoying, to say the least. Like, it got a buff to where that vertical, when you push B, when you move to go higher, it's insane. It also got I think it got like a movement buff too. It's so much faster and more. It also got like a damage buff too.
Make bomb defense affecting jet again.
Please.
I'm
because
tired.
I'm dying so easily now. Like, I remember complaining about it being so weak. Now it's low key too strong. I'm in against with the machine. It directs me. I still win. Oh, but I'm not saying. Here comes that inkjet. Boop. Just like not even a direct.
Gets inkjet. Stormy? You need a blush?
I have nightmares already thinking about all this stuff, man. I can't. I already gotta deal with Wiper. I already gotta deal with Stamper. Now I gotta deal with Jet. There's so much chip damage in this game.
You know what, Stormy? You know what I'm hearing?
What are you hearing?
I'm hearing I gotta deal with my skill issues.
You want to talk about skill issues while you losing to me? Ooh, really? Okay. Oh, now I really hope we play, y'all. Now I really hope we play,
we'll
y'all.
see about that.
We will definitely see about that. Anyways, we're over here talking mess. Let's talk about these maps. We're going
This is saucy.
This is very saucy. Indeed, these are actually all very good maps, to say the least. I actually like this map list we got going on here. Starting off with Rainmaker Scorched Gorge. That's a classic.
Yeah, you know, when this map list popped on screen, like last S map list, I was like, yeah, like that's vanilla. Like that's Splatoon 3 for the Nintendo Switch. I look at this map and I'm like, that's Splatoon 3 for
That's
the Nintendo
Splatoon 3.
Switch. Yeah, so we got maps, new maps, exciting. With the number one thing that I'm excited for here is Clemblitz Brightwater.
Clemens
How
Water.
far can the ballpoint get into their opponent's spawn?
That is. So I have mixed feelings about Clemens Water. I do think it's his best mode, so I don't mind it. It's just so easy, but it is very easy to get locked out on that map if you don't position it properly. If two of your members go down, please back up. Do not keep fighting.
My thing is like if you're gonna back up, like please don't back up past snipe. Because otherwise you're giving your opponents your spawn.
Keep throwing bombs.
And then you're locking yourself out, right? So it requires a little bit of courage just to be like, no, this is where I'm standing. You're not coming here. And I'm gonna watch that rail to make sure I'm gonna be flanked, and I'm gonna watch right in front of me, and you're not coming here.
Right.
Clamblitz Brightwater is unique in that I feel like, this is just my opinion, but I do play the video game.
Right.
Is like you have to have a plan of how do I break into elbow.
You do.
How do I break into that area where I can start turning into that basket? What are we playing for? Are we playing for missiles? Are we playing for Reef Slider?
Right.
Are we playing for Kraken? Like, because if you don't have a plan to break into that elbow, you're not going to break into that elbow.
Of course, and I think it's a little bit more complicated than just throw all your specials at it. Nah, somebody has to make an aggressive play. You have to make an aggressive play. If you're not making an aggressive play anywhere, anytime, so you're not finna get anywhere past that. But let's talk about Rainmaker Scorch. This map mode of Rainmaker Scorch is very snowbally.
Yes.
It's very easy to get good pushes on it, especially on that that choke side, right? That choke in that area, that very skinny area in between where specials just pretty much are being thrown constantly by both teams at each other.
And look at them being cute, waving to the camera. I love that we have like a little camera set up. It's very, very cute.
Yeah, it's very nice. And once again, look at the crowd, man. This crowd is crazy. We looking to get a crowd camera. We need a crowd camera right now. That would be really nice.
I'm sure that we have one set up for grand finals at least.
Ah, yes, very nice to see. As we see the cons come out here, and we see it coming from Last Resort. Yes, I was right. Storm Hero is on that ballpoint, and Double Sword coming out from the side of Last Resort. Not surprising there with that splash coming out from Slacker. And for the side of Nightbreak, we got the ballpoint as well. Pretty much some very nice picks for the side of Nightbreak.
Yeah, you know, if you don't know about Last Resort, this double sword comp is really what they have come to know as their staple. But look at that. Storm pops Inkjet and then doesn't even pop Inkjet, but the first member to go down. So despite Last Resort having control of Nightbreak's elbow, they are down their back line, and that means that there's no one to grab the fish. Finally, Storm is able to break back in, grabs it, but at this point, Nightbreak has had the time to gather and burn specials. So we'll see how far they're able to break in.
Yeah, Nightbreak just popping specials, not really getting much out of there. Because that Zip Captain trying to pick up the Rainmaker is not going to see it at all. And at first I will go down, Dreamers do go down. Just that ballpoint left alive. It's going to be able to get that pick onto the Rainmaker to stop them from getting checkpoint for the moment, as one member is on that top side. They're going to go straight for that checkpoint, and they are going to be able to get it, I believe, and ultimately take out that Tetra Dualies as a 3-bit situation. But two go down on the side of Last Resort. It's going to be Nightbreak's turn to get the ball rolling.
Make that a third. That is a successful defense here from Nightbreak, but there are jumps in from Last Resort on this side. Last Resort not going to give them any space to breathe or set up as Nightbreak does burn that Inkjet. If they can pick Slacker here, they will have clean control of mid, but no, they lose the Rainmaker in the process. Slacker gets behind them, so Nightbreak has to be very careful not to die to pop here.
Yeah, indeed. They just did. Oh, my God. Nice pick there by the introduce on the Chara. But fortunately, a full wipe does happen. We can see the crowd yelling about a full wipe. But as we do see, though, Nightbreak does have a nice chance. Oh, my goodness. Arashi just so disgusting with it. Showing him what it is. Talk to him, Arashi.
Arashi, the stamp king. And we can see Storm. Storm has done that a couple of times in other sets that I've seen where he turns around and he uses the recoil of the Rainmaker to get 1 or 2 more points. And just the commands in order to be able to do that on the fly and naturally is just so impressive to me. So Last Resort very quickly barreling to 9 remaining with just Brochara left standing. So Nightbreak, this this is their opportunity to get control of their own court, and particularly their elbow. The last thing you want is someone sharking there.
No, they decided to reset the Rainmaker, and the thing is, so resetting the Rainmaker is understandable, but something about, oh my God, here comes the flank from Storm Hero. I can't even finish talking about what I want to talk about without people dying on the other side. Arashi and Storm Hero on the flank. Arashi doesn't hammer it already. He go find another victim. No, he won't, unfortunately.
He stood there for a minute.
Indeed, but then he goes down to the tri-strikes, as well as 2 down all this side of Nightbreak. Last Resort just has complete map control here to apply a lot of pressure. Here comes that reslider from the Tetris, I feel, will come out very soon as they're going to be forced to pop it. Here it comes. They're going to be able to get that crab tank. Ultimately does not. Slacker able to stay alive using the crab tank ball for. Eject fight, and there goes Storm Hero taking that.
All right, and Last Resort, you can see how the dominant control that they have of elbow. This is the danger of Rainmaker Scorch, is it's just so difficult to get the opponent out of your elbow cleanly. So Last Resort is just going to keep on inching this Rainmaker forward, and there's the wipeout, and that's very quickly going to be a KO before the members of Nightbreak can work their way out of spawn. Stormy, what's on your mind?
I mean, nothing on my mind. I'm looking at Nightbreak, and they're just nodding their heads like, yeah, this is going to happen. We knew it was going to happen. So, a little bit of acceptance there. But to me, that shows how poised they are, to know what is going to happen. There are some times where a lot of people get worried about playing against really strong teams, and they get down on themselves for losing to them when they really shouldn't.
Yeah.
They're playing against a better, stronger team.
Go for the Twitter clip. Right?
Go for the Twitter clip.
That was me in our set last year.
That was you in your set last year?
I was like, well, I'm losing this, but I'm going for the Twitter clip against Stormy.
Get some clout, Get you 1,000 likes or something,
Yeah.
Get something out of it.
You got to pick on Prochara. Add him on Twitter.
That man gets added on Twitter constantly for everything.
Yeah.
I be seeing, I be like, yo.
Yeah.
Good Lord. And now we're going to our favorite map mode that we were talking about before this. We get Clan Blitz, Brine Water Springs.
Yeah. Already in the hot springs.
Already in the hot springs, indeed. Good Lord. It's a beautiful map. This is a beautiful map, like aesthetic-wise. I like that sunset. It's something new to the game that we've never seen before. Jesus Christ, we're getting ready to go into the game already.
Just 4 bros chilling in the hot tub, 5 feet apart.
5 feet apart is crazy. We see it just all coming out here. Oh, here comes the range blaster. Prochara decides to bring it out with that wiper. Ooh, we get to see the Prochara range, but let's see if he can cook with it, of course. And we see the same comp coming out here for the side of Nightbreak. Let's see if they can make an adjustment in their play style. Is that an immediate flip from Arashi?
That's Arashi for you. What do you do about it? But this is exactly what I'm talking about. If we can enable this ballpoint here to stay on these Grace and to keep them safe from Arashi, that's a solid defense there preemptively from Nightbreak. But Nightbreak going 3 members down, it's just that ballpoint. With that blaster on that left side, that's just such a perfect and clean pin there, going to force that ballpoint back, Stormy.
Yeah, for sure. It's only going to take down Slacker there as 2 go down on the side of Nightbreak, and that's them coming in to spawn from Arashi. The Octopus is the only one left alive to defend the basket. It's getting snuffed out completely by everybody on the side of Last Resort, and the count does fall all the way down to 59. It's going to get picked off there. Trying to pretty much stop the basket, but look at it having no luck.
Yeah, this is the danger of Clan Blitz Brine Water, is can you successfully and cleanly get opponents out of your elbow? So at this point, it's just Slacker on that splash. Ooh, and popping a crab and getting the pick. That's going to keep the pressure up in on this elbow, but Last Resort doesn't have any clams. So while they're maintaining map control in this very critical area, they don't have objective control for the moment.
Yeah, for sure. And that's the thing with crab tank, right? Sometimes you get one-shotted by it, but the thing is, it's not a one-shot. You just got hit by the first rapid fire, then immediate direct blast shot, and that's what kills you. That's what kills you immediately. And I've died to that so many times. It is so very salt-inducing. But we do see pretty much Last Resort up here just throwing all the clams in the basket, getting complete control. Prochara trying to make a play here onto that ballpoint. It's not going to be able to. Ultimately gets punished there by Day. Not y'all by this ballpoint able to keep the game want a little bit longer for to give them a chance to hold the basket.
Respect for the push-up, but that being said, they only need
Yikes.
4 clams in order to be able to KO this here. Storm has one of them. That's going to be enough to stall the basket, but turn around. You need to throw the clam.
You need to throw that clam in.
Granted, there's 3 minutes left in the game, right? They got plenty of time to just sit there and twiddle their thumbs. But now is Nightbreak's opportunity, if they're able to capitalize it, to start putting pressure back into mid. But I would hope that they're aware of that jump on their right side. Most likely Arashi.
Yeah, I think they threw a clam in the basket. It just didn't count, but that's Storm's fault for not trying to get it in. But that's a complete wipe, though, and that's going to pretty much be the game in Last Resort. Oh, no, please don't. Okay, there we go. Okay, cool. Thank God.
I think they're professional.
Yeah, cool. Last Resort taking it up 2-0 over Nightbreak. Nightbreak down to their last game, and this is match point for Last Resort. As we see the celebrations coming in here. I love these win animations.
Look at them. They're talking to each other up on that stage.
Are they?
Yeah, I'm guessing it's about that blaster push-up, but that's so sweet. That's the wonderful thing about LANs is you meet that you respect, that you look up to, and then you get to like see what they're actually like and feel the pressure of that competition, which is not something that these players are typically going to be able to face in an online event. They're probably not ending up in the same bracket realistically.
Yeah, for
and
sure.
like that's cool because we all start somewhere, but being able to look behind you and being like, hey, like I love your content, and then just talk to each other. That's such a special thing.
Right. Indeed, I do definitely agree with that as well. We're gonna see, hopefully, get back into the lobby to play their third game. Coming in here as we go to, I think that their map will be is it Splat Zones on Inkling Art Academy? Yeah.
It will be. Oh, okay. So we saw Inkbot last set. We're gonna be seeing it again at minimum. So we'll see how this ends up. But I really enjoyed the blaster from Chara. I know that based off of his content that he's been wanting to bring that back for a while. So the fact that we're seeing that, I know there was a lot of copium about that in Splatoon. So the fact that it's back makes me smile that we're seeing some weapon diversity. You can complain about Splash and Machine all you want, but reality is that they're just good. So
good.
You're either going to deal with it or you're going to work with it, right?
I think the biggest surprise to hear that you said earlier is that you play Splash. I would have. You sound so sad to admit that.
On a personal level, like I work with a backline.
Right.
And I work with 2 dually players.
Oh,
and
yeah.
One of us had to change, and I just want to win. I don't care what I'm holding to do it.
Right. You know what? Feel you.
So
hey, do what you got to do.
When things change, I can't wait to kiss her goodbye. But until then, it's just what it is.
Yeah, of course. You got to do. That's the thing about being on a team. You can't be selfish.
No.
You can't keep doing what want to do. You have to do what works for the team, what works for everybody, what makes everything flow.
I told
perfectly.
them, don't you ever say that I don't love you because I gave up a piece of my soul to make this work.
Gave him a piece of the.
And I also said, the minute after LTC, y'all are looking at changes because.
You just can't keep playing Splash, huh?
I mean, I'll deal with it.
Yeah.
It's not that big of a deal. I paint the map.
Don't worry, I play.
But there's a special weapon that has.
Which weapon is it? I think that's a dumb answer. A dumb question. Yeah,
Blob.
There it is. That weapon. Oh, how I hate thee. Did you just dab on camera?
Yeah. What you gonna do about it? Stormy? You need a blush.
Don't ever do that again. Oh, you did it again. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so we bold out here.
Yeah.
so we bold out here. That's crazy.
I'm cringe core.
You know what? At least you admit it. You're proud.
Yeah. It's not cringe. It's radical self-acceptance.
You know what? I can get behind that. And we do see the cops come out here. I switched to the Flings a roller. Coming here from Amigo, actually. Going to put some missiles onto the zone as well.
I like that.
Yeah, but is that... So, pretty much the same cut coming out here for the side of Last Resort. They're not playing around. They're not just showing the team respect, letting them know, hey, we're going to take you guys seriously.
Yeah, absolutely. That's how you show your opponents the greatest amount of respect, regardless of their level. You play the best that you can to the best of your ability, and the moment that you don't is the moment that you lose. We see those missiles coming out from Nightbreak, and that's just enough to get the members of Last Resort off of that zone. And here they go. They might be able to cap here. That is a cap for Nightbreak. We have points on the board, Stormy.
Yeah, we do. There's a jump here on the right side. I'm wondering if members of the defense pick there, and here comes the jump there also as well. Number advantage in the favor here for Nightbreak as well. Trying another pick there back as well. Taking out another player, another member on that right side as well, as that crab tick is getting tri-strike.
Yeah, honestly, I'm greatly surprised. Last Resort, it really felt like they were scattered, like they were all over the place in that last exchange. And that's a continued cap for Nightbreak. This pick with the flings up might have been huge for them. The 10th second of 1v1 here, but they do go down. Finally, in Last Resort, looks like they're going to be able to recoup that zone and start looking forward. What an exchange, Stormy.
Yeah, what an exchange indeed. I think Storm Hero took advantage of the fact that T-Tech was jumping a lot and just stay on the ground against them and ultimately won that fight. You can see that advanced play coming in to effect there as well as they apply pressure. Here come the missiles coming out for the side. Oh my God, what a nice pick there by Chara using that range of the stamper. Let me stop. It is so annoying, but two people go down on the side of Nightbreak. And we see, they Zipcats are going to push them off and ultimately not get the pick. Worked so hard for it.
Right there, some faith, some strong heart. We know who you picked in the most recent Splatfest.
Yes, sir. I was Team Power. Two people do go down on the side of Last Resort, and we do see the members of Nightbreak trying to push in and get control of the zone as Chara is on a fling as we speak. They are going to try to get that zone and possibly get in their control, get into their color, and they are able to do it. Are they able to cap? Are they able to cap the zone? They do cap the zone to extend the game.
The crowd goes wild as Nightbreak does get that cap, stalling out Last Resort from that knockout, applying the maximum penalty points in Splat Zone of 72 onto their backs.
Yeah, for sure. Nice shot for Nightbreak to extend the game, and the missiles are coming out here to get Storm out the way. But it's not going to do much because the other two teams were down. They're able to follow. Oh, no. Arashi gets another one. Arashi is doing what Arashi does best, getting close with the hammer. You can't ask much from there, and there goes the Octopus down again inside of Nightbreak.
And there we go. Last Resort is on their plat, and this is the point where Nightbreak does need to start sweating, and they do need a hero play.
Oh, my goodness.
Fantastic inkjet pick from Storm. And look, this is the spawn camp position coming in here from Arashi. There's no way.
No shot.
No,
Are you serious right now?
Bro? Oh
Yo, nah. Look at, Look at you. You're going to get the zone back. Look at you.
You know what? If Nightbreak caps, the BM fails. That's what you get for playing
You better not lose.
Bro.
You better not lose.
I hope
Y'all
they
better
do.
not lose. Y'all better not lose.
Y'all
better not lose.
They don't get the stamp pick.
No way. Look, see, now, personally, I want to tell a little bit of disrespect. That's just me, though.
Yeah, that's just me.
Just ultimately disrespecting the opponents, going all the way up there, just having a little bit of too much fun. Don't you agree?
Yeah, a little bit too much, Arashi. We'll see you at the fire pit.
Well, talk to him, I guess.
Oh, here we go. The landing is camped. Please. Let's go.
They ultimately do get the trade there. Here comes that Zcaster coming out here. He's going to try to find a Pickle Slacker. Let's find a Pickle Slacker. This Octopus on the side of Nightbreak is doing a lot of work.
Oh, my
Isn't going to be able to do much there, but unfortunately it ended before he can get all those picks. And then there is Last Resort taking the 3-0 over Nightbreak. But what an effort.
That was a lot of fun.
A lot of fun indeed. And you know what? That's what we're all here for. We're all here for some fun, all here for a good time, and I think Arashi had a lot of that.
Bro got lost in the sauce for a minute there.
Indeed got lost in the sauce. That's crazy. It would have looked really bad if they lost.
I would have.
You would have what? No, say it.
I never would have let them let that down.
Oh no, I would have been there. I would have been in their ear about it. I would have been like, oh, so you doing this and you just lost? That's crazy. Anyways, though, that is Last Resort taking that set 3-0 over Nightbreak. But whatever from Nightbreak, I'm not sure. Was this winner? This is winner side. No way Last Resort lost their first set.
Oh yeah, this is still winners.
Yeah, this is still winners. So Nightbreak once again still has a shot, and they're not bad at all. Nightbreak. That ballpoint does a lot of work. That Octopus is also really good on the side of there. Dude. They can come together.
They got some spirit.